Hey everyone, thanks for joining us again. We made it all the way to episode 5 without being taken off the air, so there's a good thing. Thanks again everyone for joining us. Make sure throughout the entire show tonight you get your comments in there. We're going to get a lot on the screen. Let's get the banter going. Episode 5, Silver and Black live. Still haven't got a name, please, guys. Come on, let's get a name. Last week's show, 2 of them were awesome fun. Really looking forward to tonight. Really wanting that hype up. It is Chiefs week, so what do we got for you tonight? Standard format for our pre games. How do we down the Chiefs? Let's get looking into this. How do we get it done? And we shift through to our game predictions. I'm going to give a pass to people that want to defect today. No one's getting kicked off the stream. I'm looking at you, Mitch. And then we'll get into around the league and general banter. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Tony. Tony, give us a howdy.
Howdy.
Thank you very much. Give us a go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Mitch.
What's happening, guys?
And an unexpected guest, but a very welcome guest. Raider Nerds back in the house.
What is up? Yeah, you can't get rid of me quite yet. Get me back, though. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Awesome to have you back. And Tony, just in your background. Where is he? I'm loving
sad,
this.
isn't it? Sad state.
Well, it's sad, but it's lovely to have the poster. We need to find him.
It is. We do need to. Obviously, you can't see the small text there, so it's a fail on my part. But what it actually says,
does it mention a cash reward?
It doesn't mention a cash reward. However, it does say, if found, please report immediately to the Tony Carroll Appreciation Society.
And we've got the commissioner of the Tony Carroll Appreciation Society in the chat. What's going on, Simon? Can see you in there.
Excellent. Kev's managed to make it as well, and Stevie's in for the long haul. He's been here every episode.
Stevie McLeod.
Evening, guys. Yes. Okay. All right, guys. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. It is Chiefs week. All right. So let's get rolling. Week 5's here. Raiders sit 2-2. It's been a rough couple of weeks, the last couple of games, after what was a pretty promising start to the season. But we're only 4 games in. We've seen some awesome things, we've seen some inspirational things, we've seen some downright dumb things. But this
Can you remind us what the inspirational things were again?
We've only got an hour. We've only got an hour, Kev.
So, but at the end of the day, we are here, week 5. We've got the Chiefs ahead of us. All that matters is not the 4 games behind us; it is the next 60 minutes of football. That is all that matters right now. I think with the short week, we have got the best chance. Short week for the Chiefs, that is. We've got the best chance of stealing a W. I'm optimistic, guys. Stealing that W in Arrowhead. They're going to have little amount of fans in Arrowhead, and you best be believing the Raider Nation is going to be represented. I'm seeing a lot of activity in Kansas City, in the great state of Kansas.
Will they let road fans in on the small capacity, or do you think they're just going to be?
I know people that have got tickets. Tickets. Okay. So we are going to see Raider Nation represented.
I didn't miss that, by the way, Ollie. I didn't miss that, by the way.
Hit me up in the chat. So, I think, you throw me off my game, man. So, short week for them. We're in Arrowhead. Little amount of fans for them. we've got what appears to be a healthy roster, or 99% recovered. So let's go after them, guys. Come on, guys. Let's get some chat going.
Well, this will be
guys,
our first game.
Up the chat.
This is our first game with fans, if I'm right. Every game we've played so far, there have been no fans, so that'll be interesting to see how we deal with that. That was my first thought, anyway. I've got stats. Don't worry. I'll bleed them.
You got stats. You got stats.
I can throw them now, or we can go later.
Well, let's save them. So let's take a look at what roster we're taking into Arrowhead. You know, I alluded to the health of the roster that's going in. So Chiefs have only got one D end out. We have got a confirmed of Brian Edwards out. Henry Ruggs, Trent Brown, Rico Gafford, all questionable. Not probable, unfortunately, but I think we've seen questionable against Ruggs before, and he's been out there. So I think it's promising.
Am I right in saying that Ruggs and Brown were full practice though yesterday?
They were.
And my boy's back, kind of, ish.
Trent Brown is going to be a game time decision. It seems like that's the way that Gruden is handling it. I almost feel that they would almost rather have him rest this week and during the bye week and come back as healthy as possible. But he's not saying for sure. But it looks like we're going to get Ruggs in. He was spotted running really well when he was practicing, so we're going to have Ruggs.
That's good. That's very good.
That's big.
We said it last episode, Aguilar's been great for us, and I want to see him get involved more. But I think now he's started to settle with the scheme. As we've seen, I think he's just getting better each week. I think now having him with Ruggs, I think that's going to be great.
I think having Aguilar, us having to lean on Aguilar, as we said last show, the show before last, was that we needed to see some players emerge, and that pressure of Aguilar having to be, so to speak, the number one. I'm not ignoring Hunter here, but having to see that, then we're going to see a really nice. If we got Ruggs out there, we've got another level of Aguilar out there. Waller's healthy. It's looking good, guys. It's not even funny. A question mark.
Stevie McLeod said questionably usually means out. It seems usually yes, but it feels like with the Raiders, it's kind of like you're questionable today. We need you. Go.
Well, there's the active.
Get out there.
There's probable. There's questionable. There's out. And I think, to be honest, if you're not out, you're in the game. As a Raider, that's the Raider mentality. It's questionable. Is just like
play her.
We're messing with them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think the fact that it's Ruggs that's questionable as well. Obviously, I know there's the other guys that are questionable, but definitely putting Ruggs in as questionable. What do? Do you game plan against one of the fastest in the league? I don't know. Yeah.
Vinny Biansor, forget how you say his last name. He's one of the beat writers for the Las Vegas Raiders, and he has his own show on the official Raiders pod network. And he was actually at practice, and said he was turning on a dime, and he felt really good about Ruggs making an appearance in the game. So we'll see.
There's been a lot of talk on social media, which obviously it's annoying, but it might help. Everyone's been comparing Ruggs now to like Judy and Lamb because they've all got touchdowns to their name and they're blowing up and they're saying, did the Raiders pick the wrong receiver? And people were saying that from the day of the draft, from 10 minutes after the first round. So hopefully it does to him, what it kind of did to DC in week 1 and 2, that he's going to come out and be like, Derek,
he needs to break out.
Give me the ball. And hopefully we can see them connect on them long passes that just slightly missed out in the first 2 weeks.
You know what? Yeah. Like this week it excites me because I think that we get a real good opportunity to. That we play the flavor of football we played over the last 2 weeks. Count it off, but Gruden knows that. He watches the show. We know that. So, I think we are going to see some I say trickery. I don't mean like trick plays all over the place, but we're going to see some different looks. We're going to see a slightly different scheme. He knows that this is the first divisional game that we've got, and there will have been stuff in practice camp that the guys have repped, and we are nowhere near showing it off yet. And this is the week we show it off. This is the week. And that's why I'm optimistic, because I think we're going to see a new playbook, not a whole new playbook, but we're going to see a different look, different dimension. We're going to see DC. He's got his faith up in the earlier games with his short passing. And we have those threats downfield. I'm going to see it. I expect a few more deep shots.
We can't also lose sight of the fact that this is an AFC West game as well, and those are very different to every other games. So,
tear up the old playbook, in comes the AFC West playbook.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Like we said, I don't know what we said this week. Max Crosby at fullback, Gruden, left tackle, bring out the new playbook.
Abram.
Yeah, there you go. Ollie with his wishbone formation. But no, you're right. I think, obviously, when week 1 or 2, again, back to Ruggs, we saw him doing a lot of the motion stuff on the end arounds, screen passes, stuff like that. Obviously, with him out, I think we saw it a bit with Zay Jones, but he's maybe not as elusive as Ruggs is. So, yeah, hopefully we bring that back in. And if we can get them both doing it and do, your wildcats and your double end arounds and all that sort of stuff, because that's what the Chiefs were doing against the Patriots quite a lot. So, yeah, trying to bring that out and beat them with their own game, that'd be sweet. Oh,
it's easy. It's easy in a situation like this to be somewhat hopeful because of the narrative that when it's a division game, you throw all the records out the window. A lot of people say that all the time. And there's supposed to be this big, and there has been this big rivalry between the Chiefs and the Raiders. However, it hasn't been a rivalry for the last 14, 15, whatever years that it is. And it's painful for us Raider fans, and I think that, Carr himself, I think 1-13 against them, has not won of course, in Kansas City yet. But it's one of those things where I would like to see not just different plays, switching things up that you were referring to, Ollie, but I want to see something different on the sideline before the game and during the game. When the Chiefs were down against Houston or Texans or whatever it was in the playoffs, they were down by 20 whatever something points, and you saw Mahomes over there, slapping on pads, get ready, come on, we're going to do this. That's what we need to see from the leaders in this game. If I start seeing that in the beginning of the game, I'll get a little more optimistic. I'm not optimistic right now.
Well, that's what we said.
Go on.
We said it. Grab the face mask. Come on, guys. Let's turn it up. We want to see it from the coaches, but we want to see it from our leaders, because, coach can say whatever he wants. The player saying it counts a lot more. Yeah.
Sorry. I've seen individually the fire from DC, that kind of competitive fire, but I don't actually think I've ever seen it projected onto any of the players, which is kind of what you want. And we get back to DC bashing again, but it's go on then, Mitch.
Oh no, you go ahead. I was going to wipe my turn like a good boy. Put my hand up. please.
No, I was literally just going to say I don't think I've seen that and there is that competitive fire that burns inside Carr, but I don't think I've seen it projected onto the other players. And be like you said, Mahomes last week banging on pads, or whenever it was. But yeah, it'd be nice to see that from, like you say, be the thermostat last week. So yeah,
that's what I was going to say. Is when I can't remember what game it was, when Josh Jacobs was mic'd up. I don't know if you guys saw that video. It felt like he was a 5-year captain for us. It's his second season, and if you watch that mic'd up video, I watched it with friends who didn't even like football, and they saw it and they were like, he's like a little kid running around there. And I was like, yeah, he's energetic. And to everyone, he was bigging them all up. He went down the whole offensive line and he was slapping hands. He was like, yes, let's do this. And I'm like, from a second-year player who's not a captain, that's excellent. I love seeing that. I really do. And then after the game with Daniel Carlson, and he's shouting sniper at him from 10 yards away after that 54-yarder. I was like, I love this kid so much.
Carr is a good cheerleader when he thinks he's winning or when the team's winning, but he's not when they fall behind. And I want to see that. I want to see that on both sides of the coin there, you know, until the very end when the game's over.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. So something we spoke about just now was kind of was the interdivisional games. I prepped this little graphic, and it just kind of gives us the road thus far. So we can see here, obviously, game one up the top. You know, we start strong. You know, it's a pretty similar scoreline over in Kansas City. And the real hump happens week 2, and that is the garbage fire that is the Chargers. They took them to overtime, man. That is an interdivisional game. That's where you play your best football, and the Chargers took them to overtime. So, you know, and I'm not going to forget that. You know that. You know, I think everyone has to remember that.
With the rookie quarterback too. Yeah.
The head.
Yeah, thrown in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the game Tyrell went out. So, you know, that's something. So, you know, and we fell to the Pats, we fell to the Bills, we had some injuries. But you know, I'm looking at these scorelines. They're not decisive. They're not blowing teams out.
Not like they did last year.
No, exactly. Not like last year. So, you know, I think the road thus far, yeah, we've hit 2 big speed bumps, but it's certainly we can write this that, you know, we can come back from 2 losses quite well. And they're admirable teams that we fell to. You know, arguably maybe KC stole it from the Pats because they didn't have Cam. But
looking down that list now, it's really just, I've never even thought about this year. Houston are a garbage fire this year as well. So that game that looked like a good result is no longer a good result because they're trash. Week 2, Chargers, trash team, overtime. Ravens are a good team, admittedly. So that's a result that went their way. And the Patriots had no Cam. And if it wasn't for Brian Hoyer making the worst decisions in quarterback history, then the Patriots win that game. So yeah, like that first 4 games.
Now, what's interesting is when I was pulling this up, I was like, I'll look for some other stuff to stick on this slide, and I went and looked at strength of schedule, and actually, I thought we had a really rough schedule in terms of the actual strength, and I don't put too much weight onto that. But actually, KC had a tougher schedule than us. They were 0.5. We're like 0.46. But arguably, what I was trying to find is a strength of schedule to date. And I would say we had the tougher schedule. Open up against McCaffrey, then play Drew Brees, then play Belichick. And then, you know, by the time you got to game 3, you realize Allen's hot.
Mm-hmm.
That's the tougher schedule, right? If you just looked at a 4 game, say we only played 4 games, which we have. That's a tough schedule we've had right there.
Oh yeah,
they've not.
Let's remember at this point we had a touchdown callback last week, and other penalties which kind of played into that loss. I don't count last week as a loss.
No,
we beat ourselves last week. Yeah.
The interesting thing I pulled through, just looking at those first 4 games on Mahomes' standpoint, the Houston and Baltimore game, they won those games and they won them well. And then the Chargers and Patriots game, like we said, Chargers took them to overtime, and then the Patriots could have won, and they did what we did. They beat themselves. Against the Chargers and the Patriots, Patrick Mahomes had a 57 and a 65% completion percentage compared to the 75% he had against Houston and Baltimore. And in them 2 games as well against the Chargers and Patriots, he took a sack and got pressure. In the other 2 games against Houston and Baltimore, he didn't get sacked. So there's a very big indicator there that the games that they're getting close to losing, Patrick Mahomes is getting pressured and he's not hitting his targets as well. And if he falls apart, can they survive on their run game?
So Kev's jumping on my comment there about Fire that I referred to with the Bolts. Now, yeah, you make a point there, Kev, and thanks for joining us. Good to see you in the chat. Their D's better than ours, right? But they don't have an offense. They're immature, and arguably ours just needs cohesion. We've got better studs out there. I'd say we've got better studs out there.
We've just got to turn it up. It's literally like we said, like we said this in the last how many shows. It's constantly been we're getting to the quarterback or getting to the running back in the backfield, but we're not making the tackle, we're not finishing off, not wrapping up, nothing like that. And if we did that, it'd be a different story. It really would. But yeah.
Go on, Kev. You look like you're brewing one. You look not a fart or anything, but I mean you're brewing one, ready to go.
Well, Peter Williams was cracking me up because he said, Simon Jordan, we need you to style Mitchell's room properly.
Someone get on the phone to Boris Johnson, get him to get his mortgage plans in, and then I can finally move house.
Look, the bottom line is, we can poke holes in all of the possible ways that the Chiefs could win and maybe they're not 100% excelling at. But let's be honest here. They're finding ways to win. Does that remind you of something? This is where the Raiders will be defined as a team going forward this season. This game is momentous. It is. I think that people's jobs will be decided, maybe not decisively during the bye week, but will be decided after this game. I'm not saying that our defensive coordinator is going to get fired and replaced, but I'm saying that, this is important. And we're going to be looking at Carr. We're going to be looking at with a fine tooth comb after this game. I forget who said it in the chat, but apparently there was a rumor that that Carr went in on his team during a meeting this week. And I hope that he did, but I also hope that someone went in on him as well. Because when I look at certain plays, like last week when I was watching the Chiefs play, and there's that great little play where he pretends to hand the ball off to his running back, and then he kind of hides it behind his waist to fake out the defense, and then he throws it right back to that running back. Carr doesn't do that, and the little feint thing that Tyreek Hill does. Someone called it a rope-a-dope, where he does that kind of little jog thing, and then boom, he's gone. And no one can keep up with him. We don't do that. They need to do that. They got to go for 7 instead of 3. When you get to when you're on third down in the 30-yard line, right before you get anything within the 30-yard line and up to the red zone, go for 7. Don't go for 3s right there. If you're on fourth down and 30 something, go for it. You can't play conservatively. You got to switch things up. You got to surprise these guys, because I can tell you right now, everyone is having a great time game planning against us.
Yeah,
100% true. It's stressful because it's again, you could plan for that, but if I was in like the Patriots boots the other day and you're holding the Chiefs to like punts and field goals, and all of a sudden it's like a field goal game, all of a sudden it's like, do we kick 3 and go 3-0 up, or do we kick 3 and go 6-3 up? Because then you've got to change it up again, and you've got to take them 3 points if it's a tight game like that. So I don't see it being a tight game. I see them scoring 7 on the first 4 possessions, if I'm honest. But
that's not bad if we hold up to 7 in 4 possessions. That's pretty good.
Well, he is the defector of the group, remember?
Each of those possessions, don't.
He is the defector. So we brought Kevin in to try and replace Mitch with his defecting.
I'm a really guy. I'm gonna bring us back down to earth.
Let me throw some stats up there. I got busy in Photoshop, I'm guessing. So I know what you're saying.
Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! Oh,
but wait a minute. Look at this. Points scored. Remember, we've just said strength of schedule thus far. So points scored, the 2 points out. Points allowed. Yeah, we knew that. Okay, let's gloss over that one quickly. Okay, passing. They're only a smidge ahead of us, and we'll come to passing later. Rushing. Only a smidge ahead. Passing yards allowed. Yeah, okay.
Considering they played the Ravens, who are not a passing team, and that accounts for 25%.
Yeah, fair enough.
So if that is that goes up.
The one glimmer of hope we've got is the rushing yards allowed. Apparently, we're quite good at stuffing the rush. We won. Yeah.
I think Andy McLeod says it best. We just need to get on the field and kick ass.
Get on the field, stay on the field, and make those count.
Yeah.
You know, I think Pete, this is one of my receivers from Sussex Thunder. He says it right. Jacob's going to ball. I think honestly, he's going to have a field day. I really do.
We kind of looked at the head-to-heads or the stats last week against the Bills, and we said that we matched up really well against the Bills, and we've just done it again there. I don't think we are too far out. I think we could see a good dose of JJ this week, especially if people like Trent Brown are back, and we're starting to get a little less of this patchwork O-line that we've had.
The other thing is looking at next gen stats is quite insightful, and when it's kind of a small set of data, when you've only got 4 games to look at, it was quite interesting with the rushing. First 2 games, obviously, we observed that JJ was getting the rock a lot, and that is obvious on next gen stats. He's got it, and he goes off. 2 games that we lose, he didn't get the ball much, and those carries are shorter as well. And there's a very clear difference in where we're running the rock. I can tell you from next gen stats, it's that kid Hilaire, their running back. He only runs left. Only go and look at it. Look it up on next gen stats. When he goes inside zone, he only runs left. So Clee's waiting for him.
And if Clee plays like week 1 Clee. Because Clee's a little bit bigger than CEH. I've not got my tape measure out, but CEH is about 4'10" in his heels, and Clee's probably 4'10" up from his ankles to his knees. So yeah, hopefully Clee has a game. Hopefully Clee shuts him down. But he's one of the weapons on the Chiefs' offense I'm quite worried about, because he is incredibly elusive, and when you couple that with us missing tackles, that's when I'm starting like, oh no, please don't do this to us.
I just seen something in the chat, and I hadn't actually put 2 and 2 together.
What have you seen? Kev's right as well. Yeah, we miss Incognito for this game.
That's what I was looking up. If we've still lost him, I didn't know if he was back, because you know what? If he was back, damn.
We want him pushing helmets back into the dirt again. We want.
Isn't Mariota back from IR?
He was practicing last week, wasn't he?
Okay.
I think I heard.
Where are you going with this?
Nicky,
You're excited.
Just want to make sure we have team members back that are healthy.
Actually, no. Kev raises a great point here. What happened against the Chargers? What if we just came out and we planned it and said, right, first series, Mariota, first, just to like, throw them off.
Like we said, let's go out and surprise them.
Line Mariota as a receiver on the first play, and then bring him in motion, and then put Ruggs on that X receiver spot and just say, run. Just.
Do we need to start a new segment, Mitch's whiteboard, and you can
Mitch's
pull that same play that Foles and the Philadelphia Eagles did in the Super Bowl, and were able to direct snap to was it like that kind of fake snap that was supposed to go to Foles but went to the running back instead.
When we do trick plays, look, there's trickery, but there's trick plays, and I'll be honest,
we can do it.
We're struggling with the sympathy.
I think was probably a fake field goal, which Leckler caught.
Was it Eric Harris? Was it he? was on the fight field.
I want to see the bag of tricks during this game. I want to see a bag of tricks. I'm tired of the old game plan. I want to see a bag of tricks, and I want to see us going deep. See how good those corners really are. Let Ruggs loose.
Is Honey Badger still active?
Yeah, and he's picking the ball.
Yeah, he had fun calling out. He called out.
He did. Yeah, he called out DC.
It was we knew what they were going to do. I don't know about you. That'd make me pissed if I was coming in this week. Stand on those words. They called you out. They could tell what you're going to do. Switch it up, change it.
It's tough for me. I've got a bit of a soft spot for the Honey Badger. I've liked that kid since he was in Texas. I think he's a great player. He runs his mouth, but also he's gone through some hell and he's come back from it. He's what DC needs to listen to, because he's blown his ACL a bajillion times now, and come back and come back and come back. And DC gets hurt and we lose a little bit of DC. Then he gets hurt again and we lose a little bit more. He needs to maybe just sit down with the Honey Badger and be like, dude, teach. Coming back from injury is no joke, man.
Douglas said we don't need tricks. We need D. We need both. a bland offense is not going to beat the Chiefs defense.
Jed, I think the flea flick is a step too far. I can see that going horribly wrong. But I can see Gruden calling it. I think you're pretty right there, mate.
Can we have a hook and ladder as well?
No.
Okey doke.
So someone played that video from a couple of years back. You remember when we needed the kick return and with the music over the top of it, and I was just like, no lateral.
What about a fake field goal or a fake punt? Something like that,
We've got to be relevant in the game to be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
But so, I think
like Stevie said, what about a miracle?
Are there any pigeons in Las Vegas?
but guys, seriously, I genuinely call me crackers, but I don't think we need a miracle. I think we just need to play the football we are capable of. Why we need crazy? Suddenly Ollie's flipped. He's actually become a Raiders fan. No, but for real.
We need an early 80s USA hockey team versus USSR miracle. That's what we need now.
I think it's also, you've got to consider how much of the Chiefs going to do what we did against the Jets last year and go, dub, what's our next game? And they're just going to completely forget to even think about it.
Andy Reid doesn't let that roll. Andy Reid does not let that roll. No way.
Andy Reid doesn't let that roll. But all it takes is Hilaire to think that, because he's a new kid and he takes the ball and he drops it.
Well, talking running backs, I think there's a real dirty rub that's going on. You see who they pulled off their practice squad this week?
Yeah.
Andy Reid, if you're listening, you're a dick. Seriously, that is a dick move. Raider week, you pull out Washington. Look, I don't give a shit about that guy, but come on, man. Come on. There's a reason he's done that, and there's nothing but politics and cheapness.
Do you reckon this is the best strat in the world ever, and that John Gruden sent in there, and he's going to come in and he's going to go, a fumble, got a ball. He's going to rip his Chiefs jersey off and it's silver and black underneath.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Absolute imposter. That's the most WWF storyline to ever happen.
So, I think DC, I said it earlier, DC's getting his confidence up. He's I'm taking all the 4 games that we've played slightly differently in different situations, that he's getting ready. He's getting his confidence up. We've seen completions, albeit under predominantly under 10 yards. We've seen good completions. I think he's building his own confidence back up. It's been knocked, man. The guy's had dozens of coaches, loads of injuries. He's got a psychological journey to go through. And I think they were talking about it on Murph's Fan Cave this week, saying how,
shout out Murph.
He kind of, he needs to get his confidence back up.
Mm-hmm.
And the psychological journey that guy's going through. He is a capable quarterback. But Tony's probably looking at me like, holy moly, Ollie's actually coming to bat for the guy. He's
coming back. Woo!
Maybe he needs some hookers and cocaine. I don't know.
Why do you think we moved to Vegas? John's planned it. But no, look at the stats from last week on Next Gen Stats. I'm not going to go out there and say Derek Carr's a better quarterback than Mahomes. That's ridiculous. But Mahomes, has he prepared it? Oh, fun, man.
Boom, there it is. I got it ready for you.
Straight away. Look at them passes over 30 yards for both quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes, 0 for 3 over 30 yards. Derek Carr, 1 for 1 on the chart, but you've also got to remember the one to Nelly was called back for penalty, so that's not going to be on there. But that would have been 2 and 2 and a touchdown. And again, all of Mahomes' passes behind touchdowns were from behind the line of scrimmage, which is what Derek gets slated for. You show Derek Carr haters this, sorry, Ollie, but their whole theory is blown out the window that our dink and dunk offense doesn't work because Patrick Mahomes is currently QBR rated number 2 in the league.
This is the last game, though. This is one game. I couldn't get the full.
Yeah, this is the last. Yeah,
this is just the last game. And I think if you compared it to DC of last year, there's no question he was putting everything behind the line of scrimmage. Go and look it up.
Oh no, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm happy with a pass at 6-7 yards, and that's probably what his average here is. I'll look it up, but
it is 7 yards this year.
Oh, there we go. That's cool. And the level of completions, look at it.
Yeah,
is probably DC's in the lead here. We seem to pass a lot more, thus we could fail a lot more, but we don't. So, in DC we trust. No DC bashing this week. I believe in him. I believe he can get this done. I believe JJ can run the rock. I'm still slightly concerned about the defense, but I'm not gonna.
Kevin's face. What's up?
What have you found?
You said no DC bashing.
Oh
no, I'm not going to DC bash. I'm not.
If you listen to the last episode of Raider Fans Radio, I did that once, and I'm going to leave it at that. So, I threw some numbers out there. So, yeah. I really want him to surprise us this week. I don't hate the guy.
I'm going to call out Chris in the chat. I don't like to call people out, but Chris is clearly just joined us because we've just gone through the stats. We've gone through game by game scores, so that's a kind of a team thing. That's player stats as units, and that's DC. I don't think it's rose tinted. I don't think we're that far behind this. We are behind, but I still think we can do it because it's enough that the wind blows the right way. We can take this. I genuinely do.
Yeah, who had us taking the game? I can't remember what year it was. All I know is that I was working and I missed the game, and it's haunted me since. The 3 dead play games against the.
What was that?
2017 or so?
It was 2017. Yeah. 2018 was it?
Like who? I missed that game. I was working away, and it's one of I thought, oh, at least I'm going to miss a game where I know we're going to get spanked.
That game.
And then I wake up for work, and I was like, I've just missed the game.
I was in the black hole for that game. It was phenomenal, absolutely. And that's what I mean. If we just got that little bit of juju, that magic.
Ollie, your turn, Chris. Let's go.
Legend has it, Mitch, that you picked the Bills to win that game.
Can't confirm or deny. I'll have to speak to one first. But
I've been saying it for weeks. I think it's unfair that DC gets the bashing he gets, and obviously the next gen stats back it up. I told you they did last week. We never knew it, haven't you?
Our best friend, next gen stats.
Yeah, we'll get old next gen stats more on here. We'll get them on him more. Okay, all right. Let's go. I think we're getting to that point. So let's start putting your money where your mouth is. Prediction time. Let's go. We're going around the room. Kevin, you don't go first. You're now a regular. We need to see how you perform, as a regular, not just as a guest star, because, this is an interview after all, because Defector Boy down there could defect. So let's move around the room. Tony, who you got to win? What's the score?
We play up to the competition, 30-28 Raiders.
Oh, not even messing around. Straight in.
I haven't got my graphic ready. I'm too. Bam! There it is. He's got a Raider win. Right. Quick fire. Mitch. Defector Boy.
48-47. Raiders win. He's going for it. I'm going to come back.
That's what you really mean. There you go.
47, Raider win. Let's do this.
With that score. Okay. I'm not ready. I'm going off the whim. So, Kevin?
When I went over to London to see the Raiders play against Miami, and I met you guys there, I took a little side trip with a bunch of you guys to go to Stonehenge. And in the Stonehenge, gift area, that building they have where you can buy a bunch of goodies, I bought a crow plush toy for my daughter, and she named it Stony. And I guess there's a legend of crows that have been repopulating there for many, many years. There's a whole story behind it. My prediction: Chiefs 42, Raiders 16.
Ooh.
And I bring up that crow because I'd be more than willing to eat it next week if I am wrong. But I got to go with what history tells us. Chiefs 42, Raiders 16.
I'm not sure you make it on the show next week with the prediction.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're a last minute addition, and then you come on and you drop that bombshell. Whoa.
Sorry, guys. Until I see otherwise, that's what I'm going.
You've got cojones like Jack Del Rio to come on the show as a guest and then drop that.
Yeah,
sorry.
Mitch, you're forgiven.
Right, you're good.
I just want to say, Kev had a similar guess. He said, what was it, 36-20 Chiefs? I think, is that what he said? I think he says
35-20.
36-24.
Yeah, everyone said, put your
36-24. Simon says. So not too far off. So.
Just going to cycle through these.
Yeah, send your predictions in. We'll try and get them up. More Raiders on the predictions. Oh,
I don't know if this. Oh no, that was the year I did get it wrong.
Yeah, it's going to be 2017. No.
Come on, guys.
17-0 is going to be the prediction.
Come on, get your scores in. Oh, I haven't got a score here, but I reckon it's overtime.
I don't think Trent Brown could last.
I'm going to bring this one up because I've got to agree with it. I can't believe you come on as a guest and you do that. That is low.
Just while we're waiting.
Everyone's up in the chat.
Hey. What's up, Ed? I see Ed. What's going on, bro?
Just while we're waiting for some more predictions to come in. When you said that if you're wrong, you will eat the animal described.
Eat crow, yeah.
Just to confirm. So even if the Chiefs win and you're 1 point out, that means crow on the menu.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for the Raiders to win this, but if the Raiders win this, I'll eat some crow. I'll be happy. So
excellent. Okay, I want 6-piece cutlery set, napkin, silver platter, all the trim, a miniature apple in the crow.
Oh, if the Raiders win, if the Raiders pull this miracle off, man, I'm going to be in your facing it to my good friend Kyle, who does the Fandom Podcast Network with me. And I'll be looking forward to eating that crow. Put some Tabasco sauce on it. There we go.
Yeah, but just remember, like,
That's a hot take.
how much he's pushing. Like, there was none of this push in when he decided to defect. But Kevin, I think I might be with you. But do I think it's going to be that much of a blowout?
No, I think
we're going to see. I think we're going to see 42-28.
Drum roll.
Hang on, are we re-predicting here?
Raiders.
Let's go.
Don't come on my show again and predict the others to win. Bad
After
move,
last week, I nearly had to go like, right, 52-0, Raiders will win. Yeah, I'm back in the hot seat.
Yeah, don't worry, Mitch. You're safe. You're not getting
That's all right. I'll keep the hot seat warm.
Sorry, considering the bird in question, I'd imagine that the phrase would be "nevermore," would it not? With a prediction like that.
I thought my joke about a hot take was bad, but that was question worse.
That was good. That was good.
Lost by 14. Nah, man. Nah. It's the Raiders. We're going to play Raider football. We're going to just play smash mouth. We're going to throw the ball deep. Raider football. This is a divisional game. It counts. Everything's on the line.
DC shows up this week. DC says it will light this week.
Mentioning hot takes, going through some of the recent events and what we talked about.
Can I just make one suggestion as Raider fans and going on social media during this game? If we are leading in this game, shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Just shut up. Don't say anything. Oh, we're gonna win this now. Shut up. Leads don't mean. Yeah, especially with the Chiefs and Mahomes. Just be quiet. Let
need
the game
to have
go
I need to do a little graphic that just goes on the screen when we have a defector, just to mark that person. For the rest of the show, they are truly, if you joined us partway through, that person is on the naughty step. I haven't done the graphic today, but I will have it ready for next week. When you are busy eating your crow, you will have a defector logo next week.
Okay. I'm hoping that my new hat that I got here for the Raiders, is it the draft cap that came in? I saw this at the Bellagio when I was in Vegas. I didn't pick it up, so I ended up ordering it. So hopefully this new hat will give us luck. We'll see.
So let's wrap it along. We still got another segment, guys. So if you're with us, let us know you're still in the chat. Let us know you're still out there. Let us know what do you think of the hot takes? Who you think should be booted from the show? This guy. Let's get on to the next segment, guys. So, league news. Obviously, COVID's still a situation. I think they've got another 2 games that have been shuffled around. But great to see that the NFL is committed to trying to at least keep us, like, they're not pushing too much out. But nice to see that they have got plans, clearly. If person tests positive until this date, it's great to see that we still have football going on out there. I think injuries, we mentioned it before, injuries has taken the toll this year because of the abilities to train. But so around the league, what other news we got? I'm going to go all the way to the beginning because this was actually something I was going to bring up, and Jed threw it in the chat. And this was one that excited me, and I am gutted there was no further news on this. I don't know if you saw this, but a certain 55 was in Vegas this week.
I love this
guy.
Imagine him and Abram on the same field.
Perfect, man. Boom. Perfect in there. Like, this is the game. You bring Perfect in. You give him a bunch of guaranteed and you say, Perfect, you got one job. You got one job. Here it is.
One job.
Hold on. The one job is not performing well. It's not getting kicked out for the rest of the season. That's the one job.
It doesn't matter. Bring him in for one game. Bring him in for one game on a guarantee. Guy wants a job.
Shout out, by the way, Murph's Fan Cave is in the chat, by the way, guys.
Yes.
Evening.
Who is that from Murph's Fan Cave? Is it Murph? I'm guessing it is because you are the social media extraordinaire. Or is that Uncle Mosh?
It's definitely not Mosh.
No, I was going to say Mosh is not with the Twitters.
That's probably Murph. I think that's Murph there.
That's nice.
Not if it's you, Murph. Not if it's you.
Also, quickly back to the top of the segment, I was going to sneak in, but yeah, T's and P's to Mo Hurst, man. Let's hope he gets speedy recovery and back into the active squad ASAP.
I don't know if that did that come out as a positive test, or was it because he stepped away because of his underlying health problem?
I didn't see. I saw he was put on the list, and I saw nowhere report that he was positive. Then I saw that other people were reporting that he was positive, but I don't ever recall seeing the Raiders report that he's positive.
I don't recall seeing a positive test report anywhere.
No, but also I think it's past, because it wasn't there that date at the preseason where they could opt out. I don't know if that carries on through the season that a player can just opt out. Surely there must be a labor law that allows them to do that, but I don't know.
Yeah, Simon says heart problems, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I have seen at least a handful of reports saying that he was tested positive. So again, regardless of it, man. But he's played. He's one of the top 5 interior pass rushers. He's played this season and played well. So it's very weird that he's just gone onto the COVID list, unless it's something to do with his family. Or
it might be just because he had an agreement in his brain of not the defensive people have brains. Love your defense, but no. Is that he maybe had an inner agreement that he said, look, if it starts getting into the division, I'm not okay with this, and then I'll take myself out. It might be that. It might be he's just said, look, nah, I'm not there.
Scottish corner seem to think he did test positive.
Stevie's got us in the chat. He says, yeah.
And Kev said that,
Yeah,
so,
Kev backed up as well.
T's and P's to Murph. What did Gruden refer to him as the other day, or was I going deaf? Did he refer to him as a weird nickname on his presser, or was I just drunk on a weekday?
So with him out, we're going back a segment. We went to go around the league, but with him out, what does that do to our interior on the lines? Because Collins has been, and
he's back though, isn't he?
If you're asking this question now, did you guys want to change your predictions?
No, we don't want to defect with you. Join you on the naughty step. No.
Have you got enough crow to go around? That's the question.
Come join my crap party. No, don't want to join it. I'm not having it. I can't believe. Come on here. Look, there is positivity. This is a hype show. We're hyping up Raider Nation. You come in here like, nah, it's going to be a crap shoot. You're going to get whooped. No, not okay. Not okay. It's a hype. Boom.
On the hype train, we are. Well, I'm back on the hype train.
So more to the point.
We can do it.
Would you like to change your prediction?
Nope.
I'm going to kick in, guys.
Did you want to think about that at all, or just?
I want this to get you guys mad. I want this to give the Raiders to be mad. If they are watching this show, I want them to be pissed at me right now. Do something about it.
Bring Barry's comment in now. I think Kev needs to publicly apologize to Baby Yoda.
Yeah. Go and get Baby Yoda. Apologize.
He says I'm right. Sorry, guys.
Wow.
He's 50 years old. He knows how things go.
He's got a big spade because he is digging that hole. Woof. Woof.
Would a Jedi need a spade?
I can't believe it. For anyone that,
I better go get that crow.
Let's be clear. So you were just going to get a trio of positivity this evening, and then about an hour before the show, we get a, hey guys, do you want me to join tonight? My plans have changed. Wouldn't you like to be? No, this guy planned this to rock up and piss on our parade. Wow. You want to go Tony
If it makes you feel any better, you guys look very handsome. I'm just gonna say. Let's just say that. How about that?
Look, I got more lights as well after your feedback. I have lights everywhere, and still I've got these big Uncle Fester eyes.
Yeah, what we don't see on Kev's though is the other side of his computer is like 6 Chiefs fans with rifles just stood over the top of him.
So you mean that like the people that have just joined the bandwagon, the 6 people, or were they the original fans? Anyways, right, guys, back on league news.
Go back to the positive news of potentially Vontae's birthday coming in, and
what's in the rumor mill, guys? Hit us up in the chat. Like, I've had a crazy one this week, but what's been going on in the rumor mill? I saw that the practice squad quarterback for the Chiefs took his scout role too seriously to impersonate Cam and went positive, but I don't think that's disseminated through the Chiefs organization. I don't know what's going out there. I think Wade is looking desperately for a defensive job. Nah, I don't think we should. I spoke to Mitch about this. I don't think so. I think Wade can stay at arm's length. Look, I bash on Gunther, but I think we'll stick where we're at this season. I think you turned me around on that one, Kevin, last week. Stick with. What else is going on out there?
I haven't seen a fat lot else apart from, like you said, it's been mainly talk of Perfect is all I've seen for the positive news, because this is a positive show. Perfect is the only thing I've seen. There is talk, like, and Kev's back in with the Wade Phillips. Again, don't see it personally because
I have a question. Regarding Wade Phillips, because he does a 3-4 and that's his style, can he come in and kind of stick with what we were doing, or can he come in and change that in a bye week? I don't know if he can do that.
No, he's a 3-4 guy. I don't.
That was the point. Especially I made it on the show last as well. Every defensive coordinator we've had, regardless of the fact they've been top 10 defenses throughout the league in other teams, they come to us and we're still trash. So I don't see replacing.
That sounds like our free agents.
Yeah,
Tony, it sounded like you and I could just be on this show at this rate, because these two guys just bang it on the D.
But it's true. It's true. You look through it, and I say to people who say Gunther fired, I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. But history says that we get another coordinator in, and we're just trash still on defense. And then on top of that, you've got the confusion of changing scheme halfway through a season, which is arguably going to make the players even worse. And if you're changing it to a 4-3-4 as well, that's going to make it even worse. Nothing says Wade Phillips comes in and plays a 4-3 and he's absolutely garbage at coaching 4-3. All these things, I'm just saying stick till the end of the season. And
Oh look! I did listen, Murph. I'm listening to these comments. We'll go back up a segment because I'm going to call this out. What is it with you stateside folk? Murph, it's going. Oh no, I've clicked the wrong one. Murph, it's going to be a rough game. And then look at this. Kevin's in there. Yeah, good to see you. Like, I've got a buddy that's going to say my Raiders are going to get beat up. Wow. Trying to do it. He's just straight under our nose. He's like, I know which podcast I want to be on. I want to be on Murph. I don't want to be on these bricks. These guys are crackers. So, no, back to league news. Yeah, Brady's Brady. I saw that. He's having a pissy fit, but
apparently that tweet wasn't incredibly true.
I saw 2 tweets allegedly from Ian Rappaport about that.
I saw the tweet of Ian Rappaport, which was saying that he was going mad. And then I woke up to another tweet of him saying that he apologizes and was stepping away or something.
Yeah, so
I was like, wait, so what's
the first tweet? What was the first tweet? Sorry, I didn't even catch it.
Right, I've got it here.
Was it?
This isn't what he was. So he put one tweet out saying he didn't. It was fake. Bucks quarterback Tom Brady was in. Sorry,
was this the Foles spat?
There was 2. The one said that apparently Tom Brady was in the locker room throwing his helmet, yelling, "Someone needs to tell me it was 4th down." And then one teammate yelled back, "You don't have Belichick to carry you anymore." And then another one saying Nick Foles just walked into the Bucs locker room, approached Tom Brady and said, "I'll see you snub me for a handshake again. That's no way to treat your daddy."
I think the one that Pete's talking about here, and I might be wrong, Pete, shout me up, but it was the video that emerged of him throwing a right old tanty on the sideline. And it's a video, there's no disputing.
Oh, right, okay. I thought we were talking
doing a normal crybaby Brady, and I've got no time for it. Wow. How do I kick people from the chat, guys? Because we've got one person on the call. I know how to kick that, but Murph's in here like proper bagging on us on the Raiders.
This seems like a coordinated attack to me.
Yeah. You guys. Murph, I'll be on your show. I'm coming up. It's going to be a hostile takeover. Brits are coming.
People are getting healthy. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, but they're doing it without Tony Carroll.
That's why there's so many injuries.
Any information, please?
Injuries.
Any information to the whereabouts of this man, please contact the Tony Carroll Appreciation Society.
Yeah, we do need him. And Raider organization, we know you're listening and watching. Bring back Tony. There's no messing. Bring back Tony. Serious note, guys. Serious note.
Should we try and get him on the show?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be awesome?
No one knows where he is.
Simon, you're calling. Simon! In the chat, Simon, you're interviewing Tony Carroll if we can get him on.
That would be incredible.
Boom. That would be epic.
We need to make that happen.
Operation for Monday show is that we're going to try and find his Twitter or whatever social media he has. And then on the next show, everyone needs to bombard him.
I have hunted for him. He is a ghost. Right. Enough, Tony Carroll. Not that we could ever get enough of Tony Carroll. All right, it sounds like...
Are we going to make a passing comment about the Tom Brady sack the other day? Because I know a lot of people have seen it. The Khalil Mack.
I'm looking at that right now as you speak.
The massive sack.
I don't know who you're on about.
What are you guys on about?
So Khalil Mack took... there was a sack on Tom Brady during the Bears Bucks game, where he literally blew through a player, but dragged the player with him, sacked Tom Brady, and then body slammed the player that he dragged with him. I can't remember the player's name.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, no, I did see that. Yeah, once a Raider, always a Raider.
Yeah.
If he did silver and black and he does that,
it's easy to hate that guy. Easy to hate that guy.
He gets flagged.
So yeah, no, I know a lot of people have mentioned it, but
talking of our game and sacking quarterbacks, can we go back to the Chiefs game against the Patriots where they sack Patrick Mahomes? He drops the ball for a fumble, they recover it, and the Zebras turn around and say, "Nah, forward progression was stopped." When he wasn't making any forward progression, he was dropping backwards in the pocket. If that's what we're up against again, then
I'm looking forward to it. Look, there's some defectors, not just on the show tonight, but also in the chat. I'm not pointing at you, Tony. I just can't reach through you. I probably just, or it's actually, wait a minute. If you're on the chat, it's down here somewhere in the comments. Here, there we go.
I thought Ollie was putting the
get dizzy now.
Up over here, but yeah, it's great.
Ollie was pulling the cinema move on Tony. Then he was like, "Ah!" Like reaching around.
Oh no, that's the wrong way. That way.
Yeah, don't do that in the cinema with your wife.
So, anyways, guys, like league news, I think pretty quiet out there. Raiders gonna smash them, and in other news, tune in Monday, 8 UK time. I'm gonna get this the right way around. 8 UK time, 12 Pacific, and the various time zones you have in the US, to watch one Raider nerd eat a crow. Legit eating a crow.
Should we get a poll up in the UK for the condiment that he has to eat it with between now and Monday?
I have some league news that I've just found.
Oh, have we got a breaking news?
Not really breaking. I've just found it.
Do you want an intro for this one? I can give you an intro. Wait, let's go.
Go on.
We have our reporter in the field, Tony Law. Go on.
The Jets have announced that all players and personnel have tested negative for COVID-19. So let's go for the Jets.
Great for you.
That was the most underwhelming breaking news,
mate. Where do you get your news?
That might as well have said breaking news. The Jets are still terrible. Back to you.
Can I have that intro back, please?
But this is front page of NFL. That shows you how slow it was this week.
Are they getting
front page of the NFL?
Are they getting Le'Veon Bell back? I heard that he was going to be trying to start this week. That's what I was kind of curious about.
I don't think it'll make it.
Come on, Tony.
Look, hold on.
Oh, he's got more crap news. Look, Tony. Do you want another intro? I can cue it up.
No, because I can't find the information. Hold on.
Oh, jeez. And on that bombshell.
Cammy's got nothing on me.
Right, okay, guys. These shows are getting longer and longer, but it's awesome because we got all the wicked chats. What have we got in there? No comments. No, we just got.
Thanks for the support, Murph.
There we go. Murph truly is a Raider fan. We're just bagging on you guys that defected on us. We listen to it.
I guess there's a history of that, so yeah.
All right, guys. It has been another gas. It's been good fun. I guess.
Simon's comment. I'm just.
Even Simon's calling me slow.
And he's from Wales.
All right, guys.
No one on the panel knew about that. So.
No one on the panel cared about that.
I don't really look up Jets news right before a Raiders show. So
but that's the worst thing is he looked it up during the show. Shocking.
I didn't even look it up.
He's like, guys, hang on. I've got Aaron Rappaport on the phone. Hang on. Yeah.
No, it's like old news and crap news. Right, okay. All right. This is just taking real descent here.
Right, let's get some positivity in the chat.
Three Raider wins.
Go Raiders in the chat.
One defector. Again, positivity. This is takeable, guys. It is absolutely takeable. We play our football. We've got this. If you just joined, recommend rewinding and watching the whole thing from the beginning because it wasn't just endless waffle and crap news from Tony. It was pretty good. We even had graphics and all. So join again. Anyways, guys, so join us on game day in the virtual tailgate. If you are a Silver and Black UK member, you've got access www.silverandblackuk.com/meet. Do I have to mute you? I'm doing the close. Do you want to do... This is just raucous. All right, guys, look. Join us. What's going on? What's the joke?
Barry.
Barry's comment's brilliant.
There you go.
Just eat crow, baby.
That's it. I'm not signing off anymore, guys. That's all it is. Just eat crow, baby, is the close. It has been awesome. Thanks to Tony, Mitchell, Defector 1 and Defector 2. Tony, we're still.
I'm not in that category anymore.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Awesome to have you. Have a great day, guys, and go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.